Once upon a time in a faraway kingdom, there lived a beautiful and kind-hearted princess named Snow White. She had skin as white as snow, lips as red as roses, and hair as dark as ebony. Snow White's beauty was renowned throughout the land, but her stepmother, the wicked queen, was consumed by jealousy. The queen, who possessed a magical mirror, would often ask, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" For years, the mirror's reply had always been, "You, my queen." But as Snow White grew older, the mirror's answer changed. "Snow White is the fairest one of all." The queen's jealousy knew no bounds. She ordered her huntsman to take Snow White into the forest and kill her. However, the huntsman couldn't bring himself to harm the innocent princess, so he released her and told her to run far away and never return. Lost in the dark and enchanted forest, Snow White stumbled upon a small cottage. The home was inhabited by 7 kind-hearted dwarfs: Doc, Grumpy, Happy, Sleepy, Bashful, Sneezy, and Dopey. They welcomed her with open arms and allowed her to stay with them. Meanwhile, the queen, unaware that Snow White was still alive, continued to ask the magic mirror. When she discovered the truth, her rage grew, and she hatched a plan to get rid of Snow White herself. She disguised herself as an old hag and created a poisoned apple. The wicked queen, in her disguise, found Snow White and offered her the apple. Snow White took a bite, and instantly she fell into a deep, death-like sleep. The dwarfs arrived just in time to confront the queen, but she escaped. The dwarfs placed Snow White in a glass coffin in the forest. For many days, they mourned her. One day, a prince who had heard of Snow White's beauty arrived and kissed her, breaking the curse. Snow White awoke, and the prince fell in love with her. Snow White and the prince were married, and her wicked stepmother met a fitting end. The kingdom rejoiced, and Snow White lived happily ever after. The story of Snow White and the 7 dwarves is a timeless tale of love, friendship, and the triumph of good over evil, reminding us that kindness and love will always prevail in the end.